Come on over, it's time for Tim Friend.
Hey, welcome back to Tim Friend. We're gonna watch the Madeline and Eagler Brank.
Did you enjoy the book, my lady?
I did, actually. It was of poor quality, with large, ugly drawings that were intended for children, but I loved it all the same. In fact, it reminded me of one such book I had as a child, which got me thinking, you knew my father and my uncle in their youth, did you not? What were they like back then?
Well, I was but a child when Lord Housen and Master Lundgren could last have been called young, but forgive me for saying, my lady, but your father was much like yourself.
In what way?
He was very, tactless. Frankly, my lady, he was very much concerned with his own comforts over matters of politics and formality. He would say whatever he wished, shirk his duties to go hunting, even threaten those who impeded his fun. Of course, he was well loved by the townspeople, for he was often among them, throwing feasts and parties.
Ha! The very things he chides me for. I am not ashamed to say I am delighted to learn of his hypocrisy. Tell me more.
Even as a young man, your father and his brother were often at odds. Master Lundgren was studious and responsible, and always insisted that he should be made the heir instead. Yet at the same time, he was quite jealous of your father's adventures, and would sometimes try to mimic him. He would only injure himself or offend someone with one of his attempted jokes, and never really enjoyed himself anyway. So jealousy rooted deeper and deeper. They loved each other, however, and Lord Housen would eventually begin to make efforts to include his brother where he could. But by that time he was preparing for his coronation and had no time for follies. Master Lundgren never truly forgave him.
How sad.
Oof, really leaned into the British with that one.
I shall have to give my uncle a great hug upon my return. Perhaps I could make him something.
A fine sentiment, my lady.
What were you like in your youth, sir?
I should say it hasn't yet ended.
If you say so. Oh, it's pretty sick and also kind of adorable dunk on Eagler. Eagler can hang with Marcus. Marcus with Eagler, of course. Eerie with Uther and Magnus, which we're not doing. We're doing Eerie and... I mean, so far just Leonard, but we'll see. Sybil and no one. Alright, cool. I think we are ready to go. Yeah. Overwrite the checkpoint. Leave base. Here we go. Ready for more reading? That's right, mother effers. It's the King's Leap. A chess move? It's been a long time since I've played chess. Hot dang. That's a pretty small map. It's 9 squares.
See? It's a dead end.
This doesn't match the plans at all. Rest a while I puzzle this one out. Could the plans be wrong? Maybe your source had some reason to see you trapped in a hostile fort. I encourage your skepticism, love, but this design was accurate only a year ago. I checked. No, someone has been modifying these forts, preparing them for use. It seems that our good friend the Great General was never actually expecting us to let his army pass. I wonder why he didn't march through Sesse instead. The tribes would have bled him at every step, but would never be so bold as to stand directly in his path. I feel like I should be offended in 3 different ways. To reach Bern from Etruria, his army would have to spend weeks crossing the Heartlands, all while Draco Knights and Braves harassed him from above and behind. Whatever forces reached Bulgar would not only have to take it, but hold it to maintain a supply route to the border. The western approach is much swifter. If you can break through Ostia, the other lords will likely retreat to their own castles. Then you can ride straight up Roland's way. Clever and handsome both. I think I can apply the same principle here. One moment. Beep. Suddenly, there's a castle. And like that, Bern is invaded. Hello, gents. Bam. Who's this handsome man? This is what we in the business call a buggering. It's easiest if you just relax and accept what happens now. That was a little crude even for me.
What? How did you? Enough. Attack!
This is an atypical castle map. Typical in that we have to go through the castle. Atypical in that we start off right next to the boss, who bizarrely has an armor slayer, even though we have none armors. Is it just enough to slow him down, though? Yeah, it slows him down by a couple steps. That the bow does not. He's a Nomad Trooper. Nomad Troopers are even cooler than they are in the base Game Boy Fire Emblems because they have two new skills. One is they will always swap to the correct weapon, which is fucking awesome. It means they will never be sort of trapped in weapon triangle disadvantage with their bow. And two, they have strafing, so they can canto after they attack, which is ridiculous. It's what he will do. We're gonna try to kill him turn 1. Try. Big fat try to kill him turn 1. If we don't, we're gonna be chasing him all the way to the end of the map. Boy howdy, it's a pain in the ass. We've also got a few chests for our newborn thief Lenny. We've got a witch, a new class. You can see their incredible placeholder mug. They're a staff user. Not a whole lot to say about them. I'll be interested to see, because we eventually get a witch. I'm interested to see how they differ from, like, Madeline, other than, like, Madeline on a horse. Witch not on a horse. They're definitely spellcaster type. Is Madeline spellcaster type? Yeah, she's spellcaster and horse type. Horse type. It's pretty simple. There's also some stealable items, probably. Let's give a look at them. As a sword reaver and a poison axe, that's pretty bonkers, actually. Iron bow, a red gem. We're probably gonna fuck up stealing that. Elwind and fire, pretty cool. Steel axe, a lootable armor slayer. Why though? Why? A chest key. Well, I know why they have a lootable armor slayer. There's gonna be some armors in the next chapter, if I'm remembering correctly. Lootable chest key, vulnerary, some staffs, possibly stealable bow, another sword reaver, Hamka Dampa, fine bow, pretty cool. Arc fire. Does arc fire have super effectiveness? Yes, arc fire is super effective against horse, which is pretty brutal. A lootable hatchet. Okay. Great. Alright. So yeah, we are going to try our best. We're very limited on deployment slots, but we can safely dump Harkin. And then we'll put Eerie. Should we dump Eagler? The problem is that this mission requires a lot of very fast movements. So instead of bringing in our newfound friend Magnus immediately, we're going to leave him behind and bring in Eerie instead, rather than both, because we gotta move fast. So even though Eagler is approaching sort of the end of his life cycle, where did I put his fucking lances? I think I put them in the convoy. I did. Let's put away his fucking iron lance. I don't know when he's gonna need that, but already fucked it up somehow. I'm sure that's what happened. Let's see. Isadora and like Hussar and Leonard or Marcus are probably going to be the ones to do the killing in this one. They kill armor. Heavy spear kills armor. Okay, that's not super what I want. Yeah, I think we're basically good on units. Or on items. Okay, I've got the bands on the Eerie. Got the bands on the Eerie. We're going to put them on Leonard. Got a bunch of staffs on Madeline. Do I want to use the repair kit on something? I don't think so. Not yet. I don't have anything that I'm super worried about losing, except maybe the fixed staff or the Lance Reaver or something. Let's put the repair kit on Isadora. And we'll convoy these torches at least. Nope. This one. Alright. Now let's check the Big Bang Map-A-Reno. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So anyone with move 6, which is my horses, my Pegasi, and Leonard, are going to need to be on these 3 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, these 3 squares in order to attack the boss. whose name is Milo, which is adorable, and I love him. So fucking cute. Why is it called Milo? It makes him sound like a Disney character. And then we've got to kill Sword Reaver, which means a lance, which probably means Marcus, if we're being totally honest. Uther, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Erie's in just such a... Erie's move speed of 4 is really fucking brutal. I'm not going to lie to you. Who would ever lie to you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ugh. I mean, Hussar's not doing anything over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That at least brings him into range of the fighter. 1, 2, 3, 4. Miserable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everything's just slightly inconvenient in this map. But I think this is what we have to do. We don't have something for the up tops. The up top nomad. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I think we're ready to go. Next time on Tim Friend, we only spent 2 episodes talking this time. Only 2 episodes of prep. And then we get to start the mission. Ha 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 ha. Alright, bye everybody.
We're Tim Friend.